We're going to do the Maypole meditation today. The maypole is a symbol that we will use to make a connection with our high C, which for us is our higher consciousness. And it's important to think of the higher consciousness as it's the same in all of us, and we all have that within us. And the power that we can create together when we all connect to our higher consciousness or our high C together. As you're receiving the meditation, it's valuable for you to repeat the instructions to yourself as I'm saying them so that you're following your own instruction. Anything that I do tonight, anyone here could facilitate. There's nothing special about me. This is a practice that belongs to all of us. We're all leaders in this community. So we never want to idolize one person or put someone on a pedestal because they may have a little bit more hours logged, right? We're all the same. So let's keep that in mind as I receive that. I'm very special. I'm very special. I'm very special, right? I got to say it more times than I said I'm not special. I'm more special. I'm very special, super special. So with that, let's take hands like little cups and put them on our knee, knees or laps, wherever they fall naturally. And if we're sitting in lotus position or sitting on a chair or standing, let's do our best to, yeah, keep our head um, straight on our neck and start to take some relaxing breaths. We put our hands like little cups as a sign to our subconscious mind that we're ready to receive whatever it is that we're going to receive from our higher consciousness as we do this work together. So, as you continue to breathe, let's go into our inner scene, our inner imagination, and let's visualize a big open field and a beautiful landscape. The sun is shining. We feel the warmth of the sun on our head, on our shoulders. The grass is warm as we walk across it on our bare feet. And as we see each other standing in a circle, we see a maypole coming out of the ground, climbing high up into the sky. And from the top of the maypole are multiple different color ribbons, all the colors you could imagine. And now, as you walk up to the maypole, you are going to grab whatever color ribbon jumps out at you first. Don't overthink it. And you're going to grab that ribbon in your left hand and then walk back to that perimeter of the circle. We're all standing in the circle again. And as you are standing there, sitting there, just gently tug at the ribbon so that you can feel how firmly connected it is to the top of the maypole. Let's imagine that that top of the maypole is the high C, the higher consciousness, and it's the same in all of us. We all have this within us. And now we're going to ask for different kinds of energy to stream down the ribbon from our high C. First, we're going to ask for relaxation energy. So imagine that relaxation energy is flowing down our ribbon in the form of golden white light, slowly moving down the ribbon towards us. And as it gets closer to us, we're going to breathe in that golden white light and imagine that it is going everywhere in our body that needs relaxation. For some of us, that's our shoulders, our back, maybe it's our brain, needs a little relaxing. Whatever part of your body feels tense, imagine fingers of light gently massaging that part of your body and be aware of any sensations that arise at this time as we're doing this work together. Whatever you feel is okay, you're not doing it wrong. And if at any point your mind starts to drift to something else that is also part of the meditation, you are doing it right. You just gently usher your attention and your awareness back to the practice over and over again, every 5 seconds if you have to. That's all good and all correct. And now, as we continue to breathe, we're feeling more and more relaxed, leaving anything undone or anything thoughts of what we have to do tomorrow. It'll all get done. When we continue to relax into this moment as a beautiful gift to ourselves, in contrast to the hurry, worry, busy, hustle culture that we are all steeped in. What a beautiful act it is to just be and rest. Now we're gonna ask that relaxation energy to continue flowing and do whatever it needs to do in us to go to any part of us that needs further relaxation. As we turn our attention back to the high C, and we're gonna ask for healing energy to stream down our ribbon in the form of golden white light, and imagine it flowing down the ribbon as it gets closer to you. You're breathing in that golden white light and allowing it to accelerate the healing that is already happening in your body. The healing is already happening, and as we give more attention to it, more energy to it, the energy comes together, energy expands. When it expands, it becomes fuel, and it fuels the transformation that's already happening. Healing any parts of us that need healing, whatever's ready to be healed. Some stuff may not be ready to be healed, and that's okay. We're paying attention to the healing process in us. And the more we pay attention to the healing, the more it accelerates in us. And the more we do it together, the more exponential our healing becomes, not just for us, but those lucky enough to be around us. And we're going to ask that healing energy to continue to do its thing, to continue to flow, to continue to go to parts of us that we may not even know need healing physically, emotionally, spiritually, and so on. Let the healing continue. As we turn our attention once again to the high C, and this time we ask for cleansing energy to stream down our ribbon in the form of golden white light. And as you imagine that cleansing energy streaming down the ribbon and breathing it in, and just visualize so much water, cleansing every part of you, outside, inside, removing and flushing away any kind of gunk, any emotional gunk, any spiritual gunk, any physical gunk, any just anything, any old beliefs or old ideas that we have about ourselves that are no longer serving us, being flushed away, and that all that gunk is flushed down past our feet and it's being absorbed into the earth, into the ground. And we know that Pachamama, Mother Earth, knows exactly what to do with it. And we don't have to worry about that. We just get to look at ourselves in a new way, perfectly cleansed, perfectly healed of all things, perfectly clean, perfectly washed, perfectly pure. And we're going to allow that cleansing energy to continue to do what it is doing to keep the cleansing happening and just enjoy this feeling of being absolutely pure and feeling especially purity of heart, which we all have. Now let's turn our attention back to the top of the maypole. This time we're going to ask for strengthening and re-energizing energy to flow down our ribbon in the form of golden white light. And as that light gets closer to us, we're breathing in. So many of us can experience the feeling of being tired. It's one of the most common ways we relate to each other. Sometimes, when you ask someone how they're doing, I'm tired. And some of this is mental exhaustion from overthinking, from over worrying, from concern for others. And it's a good thing to realize that concern never helped nobody. But instead, if we can draw on this infinite fount of strengthening and re-energizing energy, our action can help others. And so this is a moment to reconnect with our strength, with our energy, which we have an infinite amount of if we tap into this source of energy to help us to do the things that we would like to do. Not just for others, but also for ourselves, because when we take care of our own energy, we become the example of health to those that are lucky enough to be around us. So we want to make a commitment to catch ourselves in the act of talking about our exhaustion at length and to be mindful of how we answer the question when someone says, "Hey, how are you?" At least we manifest more exhaustion. And old habits die hard. So maybe we can just make this an opportunity to pivot into a new way of speaking about our energy. I have infinite energy. And how does it feel just to say that to yourself? I have infinite energy. Just as someone who has been brokenhearted has no energy, all they can do is lay around in bed, the house a disaster. But when their significant other calls them back and says, "Please, let's get back together." Oh, all of a sudden you're showered and bathed and the house is clean and the food is cooked. Where did that energy come from? Spiritual energy, and we have an infinite amount of energy at our disposal. We only need to ask. And it is so, so good to ask for what you want. Not even what you need, my people. Ask for what you want. You deserve it. You deserve it. We're going to ask that strengthening, re-energizing energy to continue to flow and do its thing, filling us to the brim with this wonderful spiritual energy that has no end. And we're going to look once more at the top of the maypole, at the highest C, for the final and most important energy of all, the energy of universal, unconditional love. It is the thing that we are all seeking. It's the reason for conflict, for wars, for strife, for pain, for suffering. We are all searching for this infinite, unconditional love. But when we search for it in another people, we find it in lacking amounts because other people can only give you the love to the extent to which they love themselves. So please don't take personal when someone can't love you as much as you would like. The only satisfying amount of love comes from within you, from the high C. It's an infinite amount of love that is always available to you. Need only ask. And if any feelings or thoughts or beliefs of unworthiness come out, well, just think this. If the high C can love you exactly as you are right now, who are you to say you are unlovable? You are completely lovable and loving. So I invite you to take your physical hands and put them around your physical body in a gesture and a hug of self-love, saying, "I love me." Say it out loud if you can right now. I love me. I love me. And let this moment be the first step on your self-love journey. Now we can relax and put our hands again like little cups on our knees, our thighs, our lap. and just luxuriate in the feeling of being 100% completely and utterly loved. And once more, if there's any love that at any point in your life you were not able to receive, will you open your heart to that love now? Because the beautiful thing about love is it's never wasted. It never goes bad. There's no expiration date. Whatever love you were not able or not willing to receive is still there waiting for you. And we can receive it now. So open your heart right now to receive all the love that you may not have been ready or able or willing to receive previously. I'm just going to say thank you. Thank you to all of those people who showed us love. Some we didn't even recognize. I didn't even know that was love. Wow. There it is. Yes. Yes. I receive that. Say, I receive that. I receive all of the love that everyone has been trying to give me across all lifetimes and all planes of existence. I receive that. Now, as we are bathing in this and basking in this love, we have to share it because whatever is not shared becomes toxic. It's like still water. So water needs to move and flow to stay healthy and stay pure. So let's bring to our mind someone or a group of people that you are feeling called to send love to. And let's not forget to include difficult people because difficult people need love too. Maybe they wouldn't be so difficult if they had more love. So, whoever you are thinking of, we are going to send them love by putting our physical hands together with the fingers pointed outwards away from us. And we're going to breathe in from the high C, whatever it is that this person needs. And as we breathe out, we're sending the love to that person in the form of golden white light. It's got love in there. It's got so many other things, whatever it is. We don't need to know what all is included in this package. We are like the mail person delivering the package. We don't need to open it. We just deliver it. And we can relax our hands again, knowing that that person received the love. And if this person is not open to receiving love, the love will find someone else that is open to it. So it is never a waste to send. Love is never a waste to love. It is never a waste to love. It is never incorrect to love. It is always the right thing to love. Even people who we perceive are in error, them too. Now imagine a certain part of the world that may need some extra love right now. A part of the world where people are hungry, a part of the world where children are suffering, where children have lost their caregivers, a part of the world that's suffering from war and violence, a part of the world that bombs are being dropped on. And let's send love to this part of the world and the people who are there by putting our hands together, physical hands together, palms together, fingers pointed outward. We're going to breathe in from the high C. Breathe in the love in the form of golden white light. And as you breathe out, send it to this part of the world. And that's all you have to do. Put your hands back like little cups on your knees, thighs, or lap. And that's all there is to do. It's that simple. Pay attention to the part of your mind that says it can't be that simple. That's it. That's all we have to do. How could that be having an effect? Well, if we all did this together, if we all send this intention together, it will have an effect. That's how powerful you actually are. Feel the power flowing through you. That's how powerful you actually are. And last thing we need to do is just to say thank you to the high C for guiding this work. You know, the high C is the one in charge here. To thank the high C for whatever we've received. 99.99% we have no idea what just happened, but feels good though. I'll say thank you to the high C, thank you to the Maypole, promising to return regularly. And before we open our eyes, we just want to make a commitment that when we look at each other, we're not just looking at each other physically and our physical beings, but we're looking at each other as all being connected to the Maypole in the same way and at all times. When we look at each other, let's see the ribbons and let's see that we're all connected to the same source. And let's keep this as our practice of constant integrated awareness, because how we see ourselves and how we see each other makes a big impact. Gently and slowly start to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, stretch out your arms and legs, stretch in any way that feels good. Slowly fluttering your eyes open, coming back to your physical location, becoming aware of your surroundings and where you are physically. Ooh.